Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video by Game Dev Journey. This will be the end result of our tutorial today, a character who is animated. You can see the idle animation playing, and when we run, the character runs, faces in the correct direction, we can jump and fall. We can still pass through our platforms, jump and fall, run, and face the correct direction. Let's get started. In our previous video, we set up all the sprites for the frog animations, and now we're going to actually code these animations to run at the correct time. So if we go into the script for the frog, we need a variable to access the animated sprite and its functions. So we're going to create an onReady reference variable for the animated sprite. The way you do that is you type onReady and you give it a var keyword, and you give it a name like animated sprite, and then we reference it using the $, and we go and grab the animated sprite 2D that we see there. So now we have access to everything in this animated sprite, all of its functions and so on. Now we want to flip or mirror the sprite to look in the direction that the player is facing. So what I'm going to do is move the direction variable from the run function to the top of the player script. So if you go to the run function here, you can see we've got var direction. So I'm going to actually take this out and move it up here to we'll put it over here on its own, and we'll set it equal to 0. So I'm going to just cut that for now. We'll make it equal to 0, and then we'll give it a value in its own function. We'll create a function called getDirection. So let's go ahead and do it over here. So let's make a function called getDirection. And what we'll do is set direction to that value we had. So direction is either left or right, depending on what they've pressed. So if they're pressing left, this value will be -1. If they're pressing right, the value will be +1. And if they stop pressing it, the value will return to 0, meaning we're not going in any direction. Although we get the direction here, we also need to flip or mirror the sprite depending on the direction we're facing. So we'll say if direction greater than 0, meaning we're moving right, then our animated sprite dot flip horizontal is false. If our direction is less than 0, then our animated sprite dot flip h is true. Save that. We also have to then remember to call this getDirection function in the process function. So we'll say getDirection just to make sure that it is called. Right, now let's make a new function called animate to animate the player. So let's go over here. Let's call our function animate, and we'll go ahead and do the animations in here. So we're only going to do the basic animations for the moment. We'll do idle, jump, fall, and run. If the x velocity is 0 and the y velocity is also 0, we're not moving, and we should play the idle animation. If our y velocity is decreasing, that means we're moving upwards and we should play the jump animation. If the y velocity is increasing, that means we're moving downwards and we should play the fall animation. Finally, if our x velocity is decreasing, which means we're moving left, or our x velocity is increasing, which means we're moving right, and our y velocity is unchanged, is 0, meaning we're not jumping, then we should play our run animation. Let's test this. And we need to call our animate function in physics process. So we can go ahead and call animate, save. Let's test our level again. Right, so now we're running right, running left, jumping, left, right, falling, and we face the correct direction all the time. So there you have it. Quick and simple way to get our basic animations running. Double jump and wall slide will require their own functions, so we'll do that in the next video. See you next time.